Today we also have a video for you, and I prefer that players attack closeout and get strong drives, but occasionally there's different times when defensive sags off of us, or maybe a pack line defense, and there's times where you need to initiate, or maybe you have a player that's not a very good shooter, so they give them a lot of space in between them. So you need to be able to initiate ways to set up the defender. And this drag dribble series right here is one thing we do with our guards to help that. So the first dribble is more of like a setup dribble, and it allows you to get better moves. And then we add some reads and some progressions into this. But this is just a good individual drill you could do during the season or after the season. But my assistant coach, Micah Hayes, is going to walk you through that right now. And I hope you enjoy it. And we'll see you next week for the webinar.
Coaches, this is Micah Hayes, assistant coach at Emmanuel College. What you're seeing here is one of our drive drills. And what we're trying to do is create separation with a pull-back dribble on the wing. You can use this when your offense is stagnant or you're trying to create an ISO situation. And right now, the guys are just getting a space or body read. If they see space, they re-attack. If they get a ball read, they're going to cross over and attack the paint and get a finish. So there's not going to be any real defense. It's dummy defense, just trying to get a read and get to the paint and work on one of their finishes. It's good separation here, getting downhill, finishing off two under control in the paint. Good drag, good read, nice floater off the glass. You want to vary the finishes based on the athleticism of the athlete. So some of our athletes, you want to go ahead and slap the glass, use a power finish, but many of them we want them to pull up in the paint and work on a different finish that's quick and clever. Here, we're talking about how to create even more separation against the defender that stays in the bubble after the drag. So you pull back, they've got their hand on you still. You want to swipe down. This is just a clever little trick. Swipe down to create more separation, to put the defense off balance and get to your driving lane, to your spot on the floor. You're going to see those hands swiping down, not out. If they swipe out, it's like a hook or a foul. If you swipe down, it's quick. Refs don't see it, and you're putting the defense at a disadvantage. Jack should have dragged there. He didn't pull back, so we didn't create any separation. We're not looking for that. We want separation so that the defense has the closeout, and now you have an advantage on offense. You can go ahead and apply some pressure to your players. They miss. We should have probably had our players doing push-ups for every missed layup. That means they're not locked in and focused. So anytime you can apply pressure or create a pressure situation in the offensive drill, it makes it even more realistic. Now at the end here on these drives, we're going to add a second level read. So I'm the help defender. If I help in the middle, they're sweeping over trying to get either to the baseline or get back to the middle to shoot their jumper. If I help on the baseline, they're sweeping back over to the middle for a quick finish in front of the rim. You're going to see this a few times. Guys hopefully making the right reads. I show up, and they should sweep through, not go through my body. So in this case, Esteban went through my body, and he should have kept the ball tighter just in case I swipe down. Now, for our more athletic players, using the Euro step is not something we frown upon as long as they can finish under control. But for the most part, we want guys finishing off 2 feet.